I keep trying to make this video perfect, but I'm just not that kind of creator. Welcome. Every surf trip, I'm so excited for you. And if it happens to be one of my all-women surf coaching trips, I'm even more excited for you and I can't wait to surf with you. I'm gonna make this quick, simple, and easy. Disclaimer, this is not gonna guarantee that your boards will not get damaged on travel. It happens, but with the frequency that I travel, I would like to confidently say that airlines are generally getting better with surfboards. What are you gonna need in order to do this? You're going to need a surfboard bag, one or more surfboards, of course, and some packing materials. There are a few super important things when it comes to packing a board bag. Obviously, you want to protect your surfboards and you don't want your surfboard bag to be too heavy. So I'm gonna show you how to protect your surfboards while also keeping the board bag relatively light. This is the way that I do my board bag every single time I travel, which is nonstop. So this is quick and effective in my experience. Now, if you get a shitty airline or somebody that's not having a good day down below the airport when they're handling your board bag, we've all seen the horror stories where people's boards get incredibly damaged. Sometimes that's just unavoidable. Anyway, let's get into how I pack my board bag. So like I said, you're gonna need a board bag and some packing materials. I have the Vea surfboard bag. I believe I have the one that is 6'4". She's a little dirty. She's been well loved. Pro tip, make sure you take off your old luggage tags, because if the baggage person scans the wrong one, your bag will be going somewhere far away from your next surf trip. But I really like the Vea board bag because it comes with these protective inserts that you can Velcro on the nose and the tail of your surfboard bag. It also comes with these 3 built-in flaps that go in between your boards inside the board bag. Having something in between your boards is so crucial so that the boards don't rub together and create friction, as it can damage the boards. Out of all of the board bags that I've owned, this one is probably the smartest, lightest, and most effective. I have been loving this ever since I got it. This is not sponsored, although I really wish it was. If you don't have those inserts that go in between the boards, there's a few different options. I always recommend a board sock. I didn't have these for a long time and I find they're super effective when it comes to traveling and just protecting your board. Even if you're just putting it in the car or traveling around or having a day trip, whatever it is, a board sock is really good. These are from AliExpress. I'm pretty sure Tim, my fiance, ordered them. I think they were like extremely cheap. So you don't need to ball out on this. It's again, just to put a little protective layer over your board. You don't necessarily need this if you have the Vea board with the built-in things that go in between your board, but it is a good option and it will also just like have a dual purpose when you're traveling. Another option, if your board bag does not have these 3 inserts, and probably my favorite, bubble wrap. It's light and it's gonna create that layer in between the boards to protect them. I really take my surfboard bag packing to a recyclable approach. So you'll often see sad little leftover pieces of cardboard in my board bag or just really old bubble wrap. Speaking of recycling, this is my leftover packaging from my brand new traction pads. I get mine from Racetrack and I do have a discount code. Just saying. These are really good to keep because much like the built-in inserts that the Vea board bag comes from, not all board bags come with that. These are really great to shove at the back of your board bag vertically up against the back to protect the tail, because your main concern is gonna be the tail and the nose. After the tail and the nose are protected, you're going to want to address the rails. The Vea board bag has some built-in padding along the side, but sometimes I'll shove some extra stuff in there, either t-shirts or towels around the side. But again, to keep it light, I often just use bubble wrap. Once your boards have been packed in and secured, the next thing you're gonna wanna focus on is making sure they are locked in place. A lot of board bags come with straps on the inside. This is really important. If your boards are just shifting around and moving like crazy inside the board bag, they're more likely to get damaged. So as soon as you have your boards packed in with stuff in between, on the tail, on the nose, on the rails, you're gonna wanna use those buckles to secure them down pretty tight. Also incredibly important, it is important to put your biggest board on the bottom and then get smaller as you go up. Once those boards are secured down, it's always good to have a thin layer of something on the top and the bottom as well. The flat top and bottom can sometimes take the corner of another suitcase or a wheel and it can leave a little puncture in your board. So you always wanna make sure you have something on the top and the bottom. Again, the Vea board bag does have encasing protection all throughout the bag, but my favorite for this, again, bubble wrap. Towels can get really heavy, although if it's your only option, go for it. Majority of airlines, your board bag can be up to 50 pounds. Some airlines even 70. Future L here, editing, and I almost forgot one of the most important tips, and that is absolutely every single time you book a flight and you will be traveling with a surfboard bag, Google their surfboard bag policy. And if it says board is free, if it's under the checked weight, or it's free on your route, whatever it is, screenshot it. 90% of the time, the people working at the desk have no idea what a surfboard bag actually costs for their airline, so they'll call over managers. And if you haven't noticed, a lot of times they're in a really bad mood. I always put the biggest smile on my face and I'm super nice, and I always tell them, like, I hope you're having a good day. And I try to be like the most positive moment for them that day, because it could be the difference between hundreds of dollars. If your board bag does have any sort of pocket or secret little compartment somewhere, I highly recommend sticking an air tag in there. Mastering how to pack your board bag and keep it light is a skill, and your traveling future self will thank you later. Last but not least, if you are a girl or a man who likes their hair products, I don't know about you, but toiletries are something that are just a non-negotiable on a surf trip when it comes to protecting hair, in which case you need to put them in a checked bag. If you're a smart surfer, your surfboard bag is your only checked bag, and then you got a small carry-on. That means you have to chuck in some extra stuff in the board bag sometimes. I just always recommend putting it in like a bag within a bag, and like a tote bag, tying it up tight and like protecting those hard products, and then putting that around the tail or the nose of the board. Bikinis are a great one to throw in the board bag as well. Again, do all this with caution as you want to keep the board bag light. Another thing that's important to note, you want your board bag bigger than your biggest board, but not too much bigger. Like I said, you don't want the boards sliding all around within the board bag. So my biggest board is a 5'10" and my board bag is 6'4". I like that size because I can secure the boards and I can pack some extra stuff in there, but I don't have too much free moving space. And a few bikinis. Board bags can be quite expensive these days, and investing in a good one if you're planning to do a lot of surf travel over many years is a good idea. You definitely want something quality. You don't want the zippers breaking or the straps breaking. You will also notice on the outside of the board bag, you have more straps that are going to go horizontally around the board bag. This again is a very important step to secure the boards, lock them in place, and make sure that they're not sliding around. But this is my foolproof, tried and trusted board packing method. I have traveled with 2 boards, I've traveled with 8 boards in the same board bag, and I always followed these same steps. Anyway, I'm excited for you. You're going on a surf trip. I hope you get some really fun waves and your boards arrive safely. Thanks for watching. Oh, and please make sure you subscribe. It helps me so much on this small little channel. And in the comments, let me know what other videos you want to see.